Imagine diving into a forgotten ocean where a creature lurks, so strange it could haunt your wildest dreams. Picture 5 glowing eyes swaying on delicate stalks, a snout tipped with a claw-like hose, and a body that twists with an otherworldly grace-meet Opabinia, regalis. The 5-eyed freak that ruled the ancient Cambrian seas 505 million years ago. This bizarre marine marvel wasn't just a random oddity. It was a pivotal figure in one of Earth's most dramatic evolutionary chapters, a window into a world teeming with life's earliest experiments. Today, we're plunging into its murky depths to unravel its story from its astonishing discovery to the mysteries of its extinction. Have you ever heard of a weirder sea creature? Drop your favorite in the comments. We're excited to dive into your picks. Our journey begins in 1911 with Charles Doolittle Walcott, a paleontologist with an adventurer's spirit, trekking through the rugged peaks of British Columbia's Yoho National Park. There, he stumbled upon the Burgess Shale, a fossil treasure trove that would redefine our understanding of ancient life. This UNESCO World Heritage Site formed when massive mudslides, triggered by seismic shifts, buried a thriving marine ecosystem in oxygen-starved waters. That lack of oxygen acted like a preservative, locking soft tissues, gills, even digestive tracts in stunning detail, a rare gift from nature's past. From 1909 to 1924, Walcott and his dedicated team excavated over 65,000 specimens, and among them were 9 nearly complete Opabinia fossils. He named it after Opabinia Pass near Lake O'Hara, initially classifying it as a primitive arthropod or crustacean due to its peculiar structure. This small creature, stretching 43 to 70 millimeters with a slender 5-millimeter trunk, left fossils hinting at a metallic shino, imagine it catching the light. As it swam through ancient currents, fast forward to the 1960s, when Harry Whittington and his Cambridge team took a closer look at these enigmatic fossils. His groundbreaking 1975 study turned the scientific world upside down, declaring Opabinia an enigma unlike any modern animal, challenging existing categories. With over 100 specimens now cataloged, all unearthed from the Burgess Shale, this tiny predator story grew richer. No eggs or larvae have been found, leaving its reproductive habits a mystery. But paleoartists envision it shimmering in iridescent blues and greens, a dazzling presence in the Cambrian seas. Whittington's work ignited the Cambrian Explosion debate, highlighting a rapid diversification of life starting 541 million years ago, where creatures like Opabinia emerged as bold experiments. This wasn't just a fossil find, it was a portal to evolution's wildest workshop. Ready for more? Let's keep exploring. Now, let's dive into the heart of Opabinia's strangeness since anatomy, a blueprint of nature's wildest imagination. This 4-7 centimeter predator was perfectly crafted for the turbulent Cambrian seas, boasting a segmented trunk with 15 overlapping flaps that propelled it through the water with surprising agility. These flaps, fringed with tiny bristles known as seta, weren't just for swimming, they carried gill-like blades on their upper surfaces, likely drawing oxygen from the oxygen-poor depths where it thrived. Scientists have long debated these gills' true nature. Harry Whittington, in his 1975 study, saw them as simple setose blades, aiding respiration with their bristly edges. But in 1996, Graham Budd proposed a twist internal channels that might have circulated oxygen internally, a more complex system. Fast forward to 2007, when Zhang and Briggs suggested the gills attached at the flap bases. And by 2011, Budd and Daly argued for upward-pointing blades with seta-enhancing oxygen flow. Picture Opabinia gliding silently, its gills shimmering like living filters, a marvel of survival in a challenging world. What do you think were these gills its secret weapon? The head steals the show with a sci-fi flair. 5 stalked eyes dominated its face, 2 small ones peering forward, 2 larger ones sweeping sideways. and a median eye adding an extra layer of vigilance, likely giving it a near 360-degree view to spot predators like the fearsome Anomalocaris. Without preserved lenses, we can only speculate on their acuity. But their placement screams ever watchful. Beneath this IRA, a 122 cm proboscis flexible, hollow tube bended in a spiny pincer that snatched tiny prey with precision, funneling it into a backward-facing mouth with a unique U-shaped gut entry, unlike anything seen in modern seas. Inside, paired gut diverticula, sac-like pockets along the digestive tract, likely stored enzymes to break down food, mirroring strategies in today's arthropods. Early researchers once mistook nearby triangular lobes for lopopod's short, clawed legs, suggesting a link to velvet worms. But chemical analysis confirmed these were gut structures, not limbs. At the rear, a tail fan with 3 blade pairs acted like a rudder, steering Opabinia through swirling currents with finesse. Fossils hint at iridescent blues and greens, painting it as a glowing phantom in the murky Cambrian waters. It likely swam or scuttled along the seabed, stirring sediment to hunt microbes or small crustaceans. With no signs of sexual dimorphism, juveniles mirrored adults in miniature form. This wasn't just a body, was a survival masterpiece. Could its design inspire future ocean explorers? Let us know. Opabinia's true legacy unfolds in its evolutionary significance. A cornerstone of the Cambrian Explosion, a dramatic burst of life that transformed Earth's oceans from 541 to 485 million years ago. This 22-30 million year period saw simple worms evolve into complex creatures. And Opabinia stood out as a stem group arthropod, bridging the gap between soft-bodied ancestors and today's insects and crabs, part of the Opabinidae family. It shared radiodont-like traits, think claw-like appendages, but lacked a hard shell, making it a unique survivor in a rapidly changing world. Stephen Jay Gould's 1989 book, Wonderful Life, hailed it as a weird wonder, suggesting that random extinctions, not just survival of the fittest, sculpted life's winners. Imagine if Opabinia's lineage had endured our oceans, might host five-eyed marvels today. This idea sparks endless curiosity about nature's unpredictable paths. What evolutionary twist fascinates you most? Share below. Its classification has been a scientific roller coaster. In 1912, Charles Walcott pegged it as an annelid or arthropod. But Harry Whittington's 1975 study flipped that, calling it an enigma outside modern categories. By the 1990s, Graham Budd linked it to Lobopodians relatives of velvet worms and tardigrades based on its soft-bodied features. Then, in Arlene, Javier Ortega Hernandez tied it to radiodonts, those ancient predators with grasping limbs. A 2022 discovery, Euterora comosa from Utah's Margam Formation, added fuel to the fire. This Opabinia cousin, with similar flaps, shifted from radiodont to Opabindi, hinting at a short-lived dynasty of these oddballs. In the Cambrian food web, Opabinia carved a mid-tier niche, using its keen eyes and proboscis to snatch soft-bodied prey amid trilobites and sponges. Its flaps and gills adapted to rising oxygen levels and growing predation, though some argue it might have been a cyclone Raelian worm, not a true arthropod. The consensus leans towards stem Euarthropoda, stepping stone to modern arthropods. Fossils show no flap wear, suggesting it swam more than crawled. A lifestyle honed for survival today, Opabinia's echoes linger in tardigrades and onychophrans, tiny survivors with lobopod traits that hint at its ancient design. Its story also carries a modern warning, with oceans warming and acidifying. We're witnessing rapid ecological shifts akin to the Cambrian's end. Could new bizarre forms, perhaps five-eyed wonders, emerge again? Or are we risking another wave of extinctions? Studying Opabinia helps us predict how marine life might adapt or falter. Its fossils, preserved in the Burgess Shale's anoxic mud, are a treasure trove of evolution's creativity. What do you think could Opabinia's descendants rise in today's seas? Let's hear your ideas. So, what led to Opabinia's disappearance? By 485 million years ago, as the Cambrian period drew to a close, this five-eyed marvel faded from the oceans not in a dramatic mass extinction like the dinosaurs, but through a series of subtle yet deadly changes. Rising sea levels reshaped its coastal habitats, while oxygen levels in the water fluctuated, challenging its specialized gills adapted for low-oxygen environments. At the same time, predators like anomalocaris grew more formidable, their grasping claws outmatching Opabinia's softer experimental design. This wasn't a sudden wipeout. Fossils suggest a gradual decline as ecosystems shifted, with no direct descendants surviving beyond a brief lingering of the Opabinidae family in other deposits, like Utah's Margam Formation. Imagine the Cambrian seas thinning out, Opabinia's iridescent glow dimming as nature recalibrated. Could environmental pressures like these have been its undoing? What do you think sparked its end? Opabinia's legacy, however, endures far beyond its extinction. It revolutionized paleontology, inspiring Stephen Jay Gould's contingency theory in his 1989 book, Wonderful Life, which argues that life's course was shaped by chance events rather than inevitable progress. If Opabinia's lineage had thrived, might our oceans host five-eyed descendants today? Its fossils, preserved in the Burgess Shale's anoxic mud, offer a rare glimpse into evolution's creative chaos, sparking debates that reshaped our understanding of ancient life. Beyond science, Opabinia has become a pop culture icon, appearing in video games, children's books, and even artwork, its bizarre form fueling imaginations. Some exobiologists even speculate that alien life might mirror its weirdness, using it as a model for extraterrestrial possibilities. It's a testament to nature's boundless innovation. Today, Opabinia's story resonates with urgent relevance. Our oceans are warming and acidifying at an alarming rate, mirroring the ecological shifts that marked the Cambrian's end. These changes could either spark the rise of new bizarre forms or trigger another wave of extinctions. Much like Opabinia's fate, studying its decline helps us predict how marine life might adapt or fail to today's challenges. Its closest modern echoes lie in tardigrades, those microscopic survivors with lobopid traits carrying a faint legacy of its resilience. As we face our own oceanic crises, Opabinia's tale serves as both a cautionary note and a spark of wonder. Could a five-eyed creature evolve again in our lifetime? Share your predictions below. And there you have it, Opabinia, evolution's wildest five-eyed freak, a creature that ruled and then vanished from our ancient oceans. If this deep dive into the Cambrian seas blew your mind, don't let the journey end here. Smash that subscribe button right now to join us for more incredible tales of extinct sea creatures and ancient ocean mysteries. Dive into our Lost Seas playlist to explore trilobites, sea scorpions, and other bizarre marine wonders waiting to be uncovered. We'd love to hear from you. Comment below. Would you trade your 2 eyes for Opabinia's 5 to spot danger? Or are you happy with what you've got? For an even deeper dive into this prehistoric world, grab our recommended Cambrian Creatures book through the affiliate link below, packed with stunning insights and visuals to fuel your curiosity. Follow us on Twitter, X with hashtag #ExtinctOceans for the latest updates. And mark your calendars, new videos drop every Wednesday at 7 p.m. EST. Let's keep exploring the lost depths together. See you next time for another ocean adventure.